Hey guys, okay, this is Sarah talking from the future right now. I just realized that there are pictures of Harry Styles that I did not talk about in this video, and apparently, this says that Harry is filming for a Gucci advertisement with Camille Rowe. I don't give a fuck about Camille Rowe. She's not important, but the fact that Harry is filming a Gucci advertisement, like, what? It even says it's confirmed, so obviously because the internet says it's confirmed, that means it's true, right? But you know, who cares if it's actually confirmed or not? There are pictures, so it's kind of like more proof. Like, guys, we just got like a ton of pictures of Harry Styles. Like, we got pictures of him coming out of the gym and he's wearing that goddamn bandana. Like, oh my god, guys, bandanas are coming back. They're making a comeback. He hasn't worn that shit since like 2014. Yes, I know the goddamn year, because each year his hair looks different. That's how I keep track of this shit. I love how Harry Styles can just dress so down, but he still looks so good. Like, his hair is supposed to look messy. That's supposed to look bad, but for some reason it doesn't. Tell me down below if you guys can just relate to my mood. But like, regarding the Gucci shit, like, oh my god, it looks like he's wearing like my dad's bathrobe or something. Like, that's actually my dad's bathrobe. No joke. And oh my god, Harry's hair has gotten a little bit longer too. I mean, it's hard to remember what it was before. He looks like 2013 Harry, sort of, but just like an older version. Virgin, whatever. Harry's not a virgin. Harry has a sixth sense. He has to. Like, he always knows when the camera is around. He's like, I see you, bitch. But he's smiling and it's so cute. Like, I need these pictures now. I need them in high quality. This is such low quality, but even in low quality, he looks good. So imagine the high quality pictures. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. It was pretty important, so I just like had to do that. But yeah, now onto the video. Bye. Oh my god, you guys don't even understand how happy I am to finally be home on this spring break. Like, not only do I get to see my family and friends again, I also get to make a video whenever I want now. During a typical school week, I usually make a video like once a week, if that, but when I'm here, I can make one a few times a week, which is perfect because there's always so much news in this fandom to cover, so more content for you guys. You guys are happy, I'm happy, like, it's just a win-win situation. So anyway, not much is happening in the fandom. It's basically just Louis stuff, but we love Louis. So here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I haven't seen Louis' presence in like a month or so. Like, yes, he's been tweeting a lot, which I'll get to later in the video, but I have missed just seeing fan videos of Louis. People meeting him randomly in the street and him doing cute things. Like, this is what I have signed up for. Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey, hey! You know that I'm a crazy bitch! I just love how when it comes to One Direction, I don't have to know what they're doing or what it is exactly that they're trying to like say in a video. I can just look at them and say, this is cute. Harry Styles can just like hold up something and I'd probably buy it. Like, that's how whipped I am to this fandom and my sons. But speaking of tweets, Liam and Louis were replying to each other on Twitter, which I always live for. So Liam says, proud to pick up the Global Special Award at the Global Awards last night. Shout out to my team and everyone who supported me over the last year, including all of you lot, my amazing fans. So hyped, thank you. And then Louis replies, congrats lad, big love. Okay, hold up. How come I did not know that that happened? I didn't know Liam won an award. But anyway, after Louis replied to Liam, Liam then says, check the DMs, man. So I don't know about you guys, but this was really, really shady to me. Like, why would Liam tell Louis, oh, check the DMs with that particular emoji? That means something shady is going on. Like, did something happen during the awards? Did something unfair happen with the awards or Liam's team? Is there some tea that Liam needs to spill to Louis? Because I feel like Louis is always looking for the tea, but usually he's dishing it, so. But the biggest thing that was going around about Louis was his Twitter activity. So basically, as we all know, Louis has always been one to talk a lot on Twitter. Sometimes he's gotten himself in trouble in the past, but Louis has calmed down a lot on Twitter since then. So basically, it all started out with this tweet. So BBC News tweets Louis Tomlinson in Twitter row with police over cannabis discovery. And then this person calls out BBC News and says, you're all stupid, it hurts my head. Louis is a huge public supporter of the Labour Party. This is the same thing the BBC does with Stormzy 1 because he's a Labour Party supporter. It's BBC 101. Put a name and the word drugs in the headline and hope people don't read further. I mean, he has a really good point. Depending on what you put in your headline, like certain keywords, people are gonna click and just believe it. They might not even read further, and then because of that, they might blame Louis or whoever's involved. So then Louis replies to this guy and says, really appreciate this tweet. It's a shame they have put such a spin on it, but I suppose that's just journalism. And again, Louis is exactly right. That is journalism in a nutshell. But I feel like for journalists, that's how they make their money. They kind of have to put a spin on it. So like, it is unfortunate, but that's just the reality of it. They want clicks. So Louis says, help me understand why individual police officers need their own Twitter. Surely as law enforcement, you should be rising above venting to your followers. All this does is cause arguments between people online and the police. I mean, in my opinion, I think anybody is allowed to have a Twitter account. So if individual police want their own Twitter, then they have that right to do so. I mean, Twitter is such a public platform, which I'm sure Louis knows. I don't think that was really the point of the tweet. But I do agree that when you are in law enforcement, you have this certain level or standard that you have to set for the rest of the public, and they shouldn't be venting to their followers because that can look a little immature. Just like how Trump tweets, it's a little embarrassing. And yes, I do agree with Louis how this can cause arguments, but that's social media. That's gonna happen regardless of who's tweeting and what it's about. That's just the way of the world. If you put something out on any social media platform, expect people to respond and possibly have a different opinion. And then Sam Halling says, because engagement breaks down barriers, more often than not, it lets people feel the police are the people, not just anonymous uniforms. So I also get that as well. By having a Twitter account, it makes you look like a public figure and not like a nobody, because police are very important. So maybe that's why they feel like they should each have a Twitter account. Again, it's their right, and some don't even have an individual Twitter account. And then Louis says, potentially, used in the correct form, however, gloating about who's done what and who you've put away only creates a divide. I saw one photo of a CCTV picture with an emoji over the suspect's face. Doesn't this create a certain tone? Okay, now with this tweet, I completely agree with Louis because he backed up his argument and he gave more specific details. He narrowed his discussion a little bit more, so now it's easier to understand. So Louis is saying, yes, I agree with you, but it depends how you're using your image or your public authority. It's not what you're doing, it's how you're using that power. And like, I do agree with him, like, where is the line when it comes to privacy? He's almost saying like stuff that should be private should not be displayed in this fashion, especially by a police Twitter account. But I mean, like, if you want to look at it this way, Louis also has a public image to withhold, and he is idolized by many people just like a police officer would, but just like in a different way, different celebrity status. So if Louis is on Twitter like tweeting back and forth at this person, doesn't that also create a certain tone as well? I know it's probably two completely different things, but I feel like stuff Louis is saying to him, it could also be kind of brought back on him as well. Would you guys agree that it's kind of the same thing? Do you agree with Louis' argument? Do you agree with both sides? Who do you think is in the right or wrong? So we got this article that says, panicked mother only found out her daughter had flipped her car on a treacherous road after police tweeted a grinning selfie in front of the wreck. But Gazette Live says, police admit they shouldn't have posted laughing emoji on Facebook bike crash picture. Okay, so there you go. At least they admitted to it. They knew they were wrong. They probably removed it, because I don't think that's appropriate either. So like, I think this just proves that even when you're a public figure, you still mess up and you have that image to withhold. And because things are so publicized and you have this image and everything you do is literally documented digitally because you're all over the internet, you do have to be careful of the choices you make and what you say, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I don't know if I analyzed all this correctly. I don't know if I'm missing certain pieces of information from the story, but I was looking through Louis' Twitter and I don't think he tweeted anything else about it. I think he pretty much moved on afterwards. But like, that's what I really like about Louis, how he voices his opinion online like that. And that's exactly what Twitter is for. It's a sharing platform. Mass communication has changed a lot. Therefore, rules and regulations have changed as well. How we perceive things. What is deemed as appropriate now? What is inappropriate? What is okay to share, what is not okay to share. And there's so much gray area and so many different opinions and so many demographics that use social media, there's almost like not a specific answer. A lot of things have become very subjective. I don't know if I got off topic, I think I went on some other route, but I feel like this does pertain to this sort of. But anyway, I'm done talking. I want to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts down below about this whole thing. But anyway, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.